Hello, and welcome to the Dialogue on Dialogue podcast. In 1956, Earl Nightingale recorded The Strangest Secret, launching a new era in self-improvement. Over his lifetime, he created thousands of radio and audio programs exploring success, purpose, and meaning. This project is my personal reflection on those ideas, what they meant then, and how they apply now, as I work to put them into practice, and invite you to come along for the ride.
Episode 36, Making a Profit. As Earl Nightingale reminds us, people don't need to be educated nearly as much as they need to be reminded. This series is about remembering the truths we probably already know and learning how to live them. This week's episodes are brought to us by Good Time Gary over at the Probst Group. Most people don't spend much time thinking about and talking about their industrial water systems and their needs. That's probably for the best, because if you did, we might have questions for you. Uncomfortable questions. And your friends would be looking for ways to get out of those conversations. That's where Good Time Gary over at the Probst Group comes in. They handle the parts of industrial water systems that most of us prefer not to think about, and that's for the best. They clean the crap out of water. If you have questions about your system or concerns you'd rather not Google, give Gary a call. He will almost certainly know what to do. This is a satirical ad. No one is paying me nothing for this. Although if they were, I would probably say the same thing. Today's episode is titled Make a Profit, but Earl spends very little time talking about the mechanics of earning more money. Instead, he focuses on something deeper, becoming the kind of person who can actually profit in life. This also marks the end of our O for opportunity in the core CORE framework. From here, the series begins shifting towards results. What all of this thinking, planning, and effort actually produces. Earl organizes this episode around three big ideas. First is, you are not the product of your circumstances. This first message is a powerful rejection of fatalism. None of us, he says, are destined to be defined by our circumstances. Not bad luck, not good luck, not accidents, or not where we started. What happens to you in the past doesn't mean you get to write that as your final chapter of your story. Your response to those events does. This is one of the most liberating ideas in the entire series. Your future is not a continuation of your past unless you allow it to be. The second is, success has rules. The second theme is the idea that success follows laws, not luck. Earl says that if you want success, you need to learn the rules and then follow them. Just like baking a pie requires a recipe, or driving across the country requires a map, building a profitable life requires guidelines. So he offers what he admits may sound a little simple or even old-fashioned. But in today's world, I think these are more relevant than ever. So here is Earl's top 12 rules for successful living. 1. Plan tomorrow's work today. 2. Review the events of the day briefly before retiring at night. 3. Keep your voice down. No screamers are wanted in the world. 4. Train yourself to write legibly. 5. Keep your good humor even if you lose your shirt. 6. Defend those who are absent. 7. Hear the other side before you judge. 8. Don't cry over spilled milk. 9. Learn to do one thing as well as any person on earth can do it. 10. Use your company manners with your family. 11. Keep possessions neat and orderly and get rid of what you don't use. And 12. Every day, do something to help someone else. Earl adds a line that really stuck with me. Life is a race with so few participants that we can all win. Most people aren't actually competing, they are drifting. And that means even steady, consistent effort puts you far ahead of the rest. Third is worry versus winning. The third theme of this episode is worry. Earl references Dr. Mayo, who once said that many people in hospital beds worried themselves there. Earl's response is simple and sharp. It's easier to win than it is to worry. Worry doesn't solve problems, action does. Earl urges us to reframe worry entirely. Behind every worry is a problem, and it's inside every problem is an opportunity. In fact, the entire U.S. economy is built on the idea of identifying problems and creating solutions for them. He reminds us that most problems are temporary. This too shall pass. So for Earl, making a profit isn't just about money, it's about taking responsibility in your life, learning the rules of success, acting instead of worrying, and turning problems into opportunities. He closes with a line that's both humbling and empowering. We are all self-made men, but only the successful will admit it. Until next time, remember, the answers are older than we are and just as relevant today.